Wow. Holy shit. That was weird. Oh my god, I hate technology. Uh, that thing just like totally fucked up. Oh. All right. Well, I'm glad that's over with. Let's see what else can fuck up tonight, right? Oh, let's bring in the chatters. Where's everybody at? Where's everybody at? Where's burner account? Ah, cash on it. Top tip. Loud and clear. Thank you, sir. I saw a burner account in here. He was like the first one in. Then you guys were like, I'm first, I'm second, top 5, not bad. You guys cracked me the hell up. All right, hold on. I gotta fix my cord here. Okay. Anyways, excuse me. I don't know what happened to the countdown, but it's so weird, and I don't know what's going on. And I've been tweaking with things left and right, and I don't know what's going on. But it was like real in and out at the beginning, and it was like stuttering. And then when it was supposed to kick off and go down silent, I came on before it stopped, and I'm like, that threw me off. But whatever. Where the frick is Dustin? Roger, he's not showing up tonight. He bailed on me again. No, I'm joking. No, he's here. He is here. Let's see who's all in here. T-Towns, what's up? Roger, I see you. Cash is in here. Eric Moore, what's up? Mom's in here. John's in here. Burner account, I think he's still in here. Maybe go right now. What? No, no. We're good. He better still be in here. I think it says he's in here, but anyways. All right. Let's do this. Oh, all right. What a great start to the show. But anyways, here we go. You guys don't forget tinterbrand.com, custom made to your liking, shirts, dash towels, hoodies, you name it. They got it. Hit them up. Tinterbrand.com. Yeah. Guys, performance custom coatings. Yes, sir. Where are they at? I'll show you here in a minute. But they're sitting right there. Custom knives. Can't go wrong. Right here. Okay. You want some custom red dots knives? This is where to go. He makes some really cool things. And I got something to show you, courtesy of this guy right here, which came in, I believe, Saturday. Saturday they showed up, and he was stressing because tracking got all jacked up, and he's like, if I have to call them and bitch them out, and I was like, let's see if they show up. And they showed up Saturday, so we're good. So here you go, right here, and they're right here to show here in a second. And of course, if you guys don't know Tintwiz, you've been living under a rock. That's right, guys. Tintwiz, the #1 CRM in our industry. Streamline your business. Oh my God, this is the way to go. Right here. 30-day, free 30-day trial. Go to tintwiz.com, download it. No credit card needed. Tintwiz coaches all over the place. Join the Facebook community page and get your whiz on. Seriously, thank you, Tintwiz, for being part of the show and everything you do for our industry. I'm starting to sound like a commercial. Tintwiz.com. No, anyways. Let's see here. Just ordered the Christmas shirt and ornament. I saw that, Eric. It literally just popped up like right before I did all this. Thank you, sir. Ryan Reel. Okay. Ryan Reel's in. This right here is Ryan Reel. And I'm about to show off some knives here in a few. So give me a moment. All right. If I'm loud and clear, let's do this. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. And we'll get the show started. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, Restream music is being very finicky. I don't know why, but let's see what happens. See what happens. Fingers crossed. Let's start the show. There it goes. I told you. Restream is being very finicky, and I don't know why. Anyways, here we go. Tint'er Tuesday live right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. It is another wonderful Tuesday evening right here in the studio. And chatters, viewers, welcome to the show. I got an awesome guest tonight, Dustin Gonzalez. And speaking of Dustin, he's drinking. I'm drinking. Should be a damn good show. We'll see who starts slipping on their words first. Now, anyway, back to the knives. Okay, real quick before I bring Dustin on. These knives here. Ah, damn! I forgot to open them up. Sorry, Ryan. Ah, shit. And then I'm dropping them. Oh, damn! My seat got stuck. Look at this. I'm already fucking up. But anyways, check it out. He sent me some more knives. Right. Beautiful, beautiful freaking knives. You've got to go hit this guy up. Look at this. Bam, boy. And I think this is a duplicate of the other one. I think. But yeah. Super. Oh, upside down. My bad. There we go. Super, super dope. Now, here's the cool thing. He's got a case. A freaking case for the knives. And when I got these, I was just like, what? So I'm like, okay, cool. He does the top of the lid, right? Nice little case for the knife. and I'm thinking, okay, that's pretty cool, right? Then I go to open it, and I was like, oh, shut the fuck up, right? Look at this. He did the inside, and then the knife is in there, all nice and pretty inside the foam. Look at that, custom made. And these things are dope. So here's the thing: you want something to add to your collection. You want to support another fellow window tinter in our industry, right here, guys. He doesn't even charge that much, okay? But this is it. You want something to showcase, right? You can brand it yourself with your company, your logo, whatever. I really don't think he has that many limitations on this, but this is super dope, right? And then, of course, he's a excuse me, he's an Autobahn dealer, and then he sent me this one too, dark but legal with the Autobahn logo on it, right? And then you open it up, and then he personalized it with his own logo and everything. And then same thing, dark but legal, Autobahn logo on the snapper. Sick, fucking sick. So custom knives, showcase in your shop. You're collecting them because a lot of guys. I mean, there's a lot of guys doing knives now. A lot. This is right here. Okay, I know Roger Mann's doing knives. He did a couple for me. And don't forget, guys, he's going to be on the 19th, and we've got some stuff to give away on the 19th. So, Roger, thank you for the knives also. But seriously, you guys want to support in our industry, hit up Ryan Reel. Thank you so much for these. I do have 3 knives. So I'm keeping this for myself because this is like collector for myself. But I've got 3 more knives plus the other one there that we're giving away. So 4 more knives we're giving away, courtesy of Ryan Reel. So there you go. Absolutely, Roger. You're 100% right. We all got great items and ideas. Absolutely, you can't go wrong with any of them. You can't. Absolutely. First off, I want to say sorry. I'm probably going to cough here and there because I got this like cough from being sick a couple of weeks ago, and I just can't shake it. And the more I talk, the worse it gets. Sorry, but I'm drinking. I got Dustin on the show finally. We're good, and this is all working so far, so we're good. So let's do this without further ado. Let me Eric drink more, right? I know, right? That's why I was telling Dustin the same thing. I was like, if I did 6 beers, I bet the coughing would go away. And then I was sitting here going, welcome to the show. So I guess I'm kind of screwed either way. But either way, we're going to make it happen. Dustin Gonzalez is on the show. Dustin, I'm looking at your screen right now. Are you good? Thumbs up, thumbs down, flip me off. I don't care. Just what I mean, everybody seems to have their own way. Anyway, what is this? What are you doing? I can't see. It's so small. But anyways, my guest tonight, Dustin Gonzalez. I love this guy. Anytime I see him at any of the events, he's super nice. Always wants to talk. Not that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, he's always willing to talk, and always has a smile on his face, and he's just a great guy. So without further ado, Dustin Gonzalez. Maybe. There he goes. He's got the towel.
I'm on a budget.
I love that little towel. I do.
Dude, it's so nice. It stays on my desk. But I brought it with me because I knew I was going to be on the show. So,
well, thank you. They're cool little towels. I got a guy in Vegas. He's got one, and he uses it at the gym, as dry his hands or wipe off whatever. He takes it to the gym with him, and I'm like, that's fine by me. Do you, boo? Anyways, Dustin, welcome to the show. I know we missed out week before last, and you had a little bit of some illness or whatever, and that's totally fine. It's not a big deal. But we were able to make it happen. I was like, I'm going to get him on the show by the end of this year, and I appreciate it. I know you're traveling, and we'll get to that here in a second. But I just want to say thanks for taking the time out to be on the show and trying this second attempt. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
There's that damn. I told you that cough was going to be the death of me tonight, but whatever.
You need tequila.
I need something. Maybe the beer's not doing it.
What my grandmother would do for you is a hot toddy. So hot tea, honey, and Bacardi 151. So either it fixes you or you won't care after you drink it.
Exactly. Exactly. You're 100% right. Hot toddies, man, those things. Whew. Anyways. Okay. So Dustin, for anybody doesn't know you, anybody that watches the show later on is like, oh, well, who's Dustin? Why don't you give a quick spiel about yourself, where you at, what you do, so on and so on, and let's let everybody know who Dustin is.
All right. I'm down in Charleston, South Carolina. Been there 28 years now. I'm not actually Puerto Rican. I was adopted, so don't let that fool you. I'm the tallest, whitest Puerto Rican you'll ever meet. But I've been tinting since 2001, and then I've been doing PPF since around 2014, and training the last 10 years, traveling around. Got my start with DigiCut, and then Primer Plate, Expel, Eastman, and now I'm with a newer company, IDS, kind of running that from the ground up, and we just opened up our training facility in Charleston with another one to come soon in California.
Okay, that's awesome, man. Like, I know you're doing tons of different things. I know we've messaged a couple of times back and forth here and there on Facebook, and I knew about the training facility and stuff like that. And dude, I was super excited. But okay, I got to back it up just a little bit. When were you doing stuff with DigiCut?
I started with them in 2013.
2013. Okay, so it was after. So I started attending in Oklahoma. Long time ago. And DigiCut actually offered me a rep job, and I turned it down. And
it maybe would have been a good experience starter, but dealerships to where you are now, different headaches.
Exactly. Yeah. And I look back, especially, coming on with Autobahn, and I look back going, I did have a rep offer way back in the day, and I'm glad I didn't because of what you just said. Dealership is totally different than shop, and I don't think I want to deal.
I
think I dodged a good, I think I dodged a bullet for a good reason.
Yeah, it's a different beast for sure.
It is, yeah.
And DigiCut was definitely leading it back then.
They were, yes, they were. Gosh, man, this was 2000. I want to say like 2006, 2007. I think it was right about there.
That's still pretty early on.
Yeah, it was super early. I think that's what it was. Because they're based. Well, they were, to my knowledge, they're based out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, they were in Tulsa.
Yeah. But anyways, we don't need to talk about that. But I just, when you said DigiCut, I was just like, oh shit, I haven't heard DigiCut in like a very long time. Okay, so
I worked for them for about 6 years.
Wow.
Right? Close to 6 years.
Were you sales for DigiCut or just doing training?
Training.
What were you? Oh, just training? Okay.
Yeah, so training, managing the accounts afterwards, that kind of stuff. There was, sales. I would try and beef up on some PPF and stuff afterwards, but otherwise than that, it was all training. So that's how I got my start in training, was through DigiCut.
Gotcha. All right. What's it like training, man? Come on. I did it for the longest time too, but hearing other people's side of it, like their opinion on the training side, because there's a difference between training and being someone that just works at a shop. Like if you're the one training, it's a nightmare sometimes. I mean, be honest, it's a nightmare. It kind of
It can be,
okay.
especially depending on what you're walking. Because I mean, that's the one thing, you never know what you're walking into. But for me,
Yes.
like when I got into DigiCut, you know, I was almost at that time where I was kind of looking, what else can I do differently within the industry to stay within it without going back to owning a shop or going back to working for somebody else. Because at that time, I had a shop for a little while, then I had to close it down. So I went back to some of my connections in the Hendrick dealerships. So there were 7 of them in Charleston, and when I went back to them, they were using DigiCut. So I just ended up doing their 7 stores right there in Charleston. And then after about 3 years of that, which I mean, 7 Hendrick stores was bank. And then after that, DigiCut kind of approached me, and I kind of approached them and ended up getting the job. Definitely fed to the wolves. It took a lot of fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
So, you know, really trying to dial it in, and then just after years and years and years, I mean, I love it. I love training people. I love traveling. I love meeting new people. And then the relationships afterwards, mentoring younger people. I mean, the oldest person I've trained was 63 years old.
Wow.
And he was one of the best Tint'ers because he was, you know, the patience and everything was already there. So he's super methodical. Yeah. He would do 3 cars a day, but no comebacks. And I mean, the cleanest stall you would ever see. Everything's organized. Everything's like Sharpie outlined, so it all has its place. I've trained deaf people. I've trained a dude that only had 2 fingers on one hand and then his full hand. So there's been like a whole mix of different things. And like I said, I've been doing it the last 10 years across the United States.
Wow. I'd say, going back to what you said, being a trainer and not knowing what you're walking into sometimes, that's 100% truth. Because you don't know what you're walking into. You know, the shop owner or wherever you're at, they can say, you know, I've got 5 employees. I just need them tweaked on this, that, or however that comes about, right? But when you get there, you have no idea what these installers are like. You don't know their personalities. You don't know how much they absorb, you know, while you're training, what their skill set is. Like you know nothing. It's like walking in and going, fuck. Like, no joke.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, a lot of times too, it's I've had shop owners where like the training is like, okay, I got 5 cars lined up. All right, awesome. And then it's like, this one goes out at 12 o'clock. This one goes out at 2 o'clock. This one goes out at 4 o'clock. So just make sure they can get these done. And it's like, I mean, no, I mean, I'm here to train them. They don't know how to do it yet. And then the other thing would be is sometimes they want to overload employees. So they have too many people just so they have backups. And then you're getting the worst employee. And I want your best employee. Like, you have to give me your best employee if you want all this to work.
It could be a headache. It can. And like you were saying, the cars, I've been to a couple of shops to train, and they're like, okay, this is what the schedule is. This needs to, and I'm like, wait a minute, wait. I didn't come here to tint your cars for your profit to get them out to your customers on time. I came here to train. Like, I need the car for like, you know, 5-6 hours. Everybody's going to be repetitive. They're going to be doing the window 5-6 different times over and over. You can't do that on a customer's car when it has to go out by noon. That's
exactly
not possible. So,
and that's the thing I like about the training center is now they're in my zone. I get to control everything. So there's no distractions. There's no customers coming in. They can literally dial in and just soak everything up.
Absolutely. Yeah. When you have that kind of, you know, facility where you can take the time, there's no rush. There's plenty of opportunities for the trainees to fuck up, talk about it, redo it, find out what they did wrong. Like, all those things that come into play for training and getting someone, you know, familiar with different techniques and, you know, different methods of everything. you need that time. So tons of people on the customer's cars are going, yeah, we promised it would be done in an hour. Motherfucker, that ain't going to happen. Okay, cool. Yeah, I get it, man. Training is literally the unknown. I never talk bad. I don't, because I know different shops and different scenarios and different areas, and it's always different. And the one time I went out to Vegas to train a guy, I trained him in his parents' garage. That's all he had available. But he was dying. He was just like, I need to get this down. I've got an opportunity to start working at a shop. I want to work at the shop for a while, start my own business and do my own thing. You are key because they don't want to train me. I'm like, okay. So I went out to Vegas, trained him in his parents' garage. We all have garages. We know how packed full of junk is in people's garages, right? Some people are organized, some people not so much. So I get there, and you can barely open the doors all the way, right? Light, the one little bulb that's up top on the ceiling, lighting was horrible. Like, it was probably the worst scenario to train. Like, it was absolutely horrible. But I did my best, and I'm going to tell you something. The guy listened to me. He followed everything I said. He had one car that we were able to keep the whole day, and he was just doing it over and over and over and over again. Just every fucking window he did like 8-10 times. He's like, I'm going to get this down. I'm like, we're going to make it happen. Spent 2 days there with him, right? Came back home. I followed up with him after about 3 weeks just to see like how things were. He's like, slow. I'm still kind of getting the hang of it. Cool. I followed up with him 6 months later. He's like, I got the job, and they're starting to kind of let me do more and more and more on my own. Cool. A year after I trained him, he reached out to me on Facebook and said, hey, Jason, I don't know if you remember me. And as soon as I told the name, I was like, I know this guy. I trained him in Vegas. He's got his own fucking business now. His own thing. And he's like, dude, I can't thank you enough because you're the one that fucking pushed me to do it. I went to the shop. I got all the knowledge I could from all the installers there, different things that I may have not have seen. And I left, and now I got my own fucking business. And he still, to this day, has his own shop and everything, and he's doing absolutely fantastic. That's the success stories that you get. So it doesn't matter where you're at. It all depends upon the person, because they're the ones that are going to make it or not.
Exactly. I mean, I've had plenty of situations where I had to walk into, and the employees like, listen, I just found out this morning that I'm supposed to learn this. So, I'm here. And I mean, I've already flown out. I've already done all my things. I mean, literally, I've had to sell the job to people before just to make sure they're interested in it so I can do my job. And I mean, some of those guys have turned out the best. And I mean, I got guys that, I worked with 10 years ago that have started their own businesses and now are married and have kids and everything. And I've watched all the growth on them.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's one of my favorite things. Like I said, with it, I like the training. I like the mentoring. I like the traveling and meeting new people. Mentoring the most. I enjoy that a lot.
I got to say, it's a good feeling. I mean, is it not?
Mm-hmm. Like I said, that's one of my best is the mentoring. Like, I mean, once it starts to get, eventually the relationship builds and it gets outside of film, and now it's like family and different things. I mean, I've had so many conversations with younger dudes about buying houses or getting into the business and sales and everything.
100%. Yeah, it's a great feeling. And when I see these guys, and I'm like, man, I was at their shop, however long ago, and look at them, and I'm just like, fuck yeah. I absolutely love it. It's like the best fucking feeling ever. There's nothing more satisfying than leaving someone from training and watching their growth, and they never gave up. They never failed. They never called you and said, dude, I gave it all up. I said, fuck it. I'm working at fucking McDonald's. They kept it, and I love hearing, I love seeing that. And that's the best thing I could ever receive from all those guys. So
yeah,
like you said, the traveling, dude, 200 and some, or 100 and what was that, 120 something flights in 2 years, dude. That's nuts. And I was just like, fuck, I'm never home.
Dude, I've gotten so used to flying. Literally every flight now, my brain and my body is just synced in. I'm asleep before takeoff.
I
Like
am
literally,
too.
I don't care what time the flight is. I am dead asleep before we take off, and I will literally wake up almost 10 minutes before we land.
I'm the same way now, and it's so funny. Even if I travel, like, when I travel to events or or whatever it is, anytime I'm flying out, I am literally in my travel mode. Like I am like this. Like I know exactly where to go to airports. I know how to put things on the through the TSA. Like it's it's like muscle memory with tinted windows. Now,
Yeah.
I walk into the TSA and I'm like, okay, belts off, shoes off. Here's this out of my pocket. Cool. Pat myself down. I'll walk through, grab things. Like, and do you ever watch people in TSA lines and they're just like looking around like, does this go in the box? Does this go in and I'm just sitting there going, hurry! I can swing right by. Like, watch this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so.
Well, I've gotten ahead of myself a couple times though, like taking just having all that shit ready, and then they're like, no, keep the laptops in your bag, shoes on, belt on, and then I'm in line trying to like wrap and put everything back on real fast.
Yes. Well, because they're getting the new scanners now, and you don't
Well,
have
see,
to
for
take
me,
anything
it's
out.
dogs. When they have the dogs out, you don't have to do all that. So I learned that.
Right. Yeah. Oh, it's so crazy. I've done that before. I'd like, the first thing you do is you have to show your ID and boarding pass right to the first TSA. Then you go up to the scanners, and I'm already like halfway. Like I'd say more than halfway, like ready to just throw everything on the in the bucket, and they're like, "Keep your shoes on, don't take anything." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it wasn't like this last week. What the fuck happened?" Oh, traveling, it's crazy.
It's fun, man. I mean, when I first started with DigiCut, I think that was my second flight ever, and literally I flew out there basically for an interview, and then to like get the job, and that was my second flight ever. So I can't tell you how nervous I was about that. Now it's like, all right, cool, man. I'm gonna get my early nap in. I'll have a couple drinks or whatever, and it'll be a relaxing day.
Oh yeah, I get on the plane, and it's like I grab my headphones because I got headphones like this that I carry on, and I take them out, throw my bag under the seat in front of me, put them on, get my music, as I got like a playlist that I play on the plane. I get all situated, got my seatbelt on, and I'm just like, wake me up when we land, bitches.
I do the in-ear headphones because I'm always window seat, so that way I can put my head on the window.
Oh yeah. I'm usually window seat, but I just straight back.
No, if I can help it, I'm always window seat. I will upgrade to keep in a fucking window. I do not want to be stuck in the middle. I do not want to be stuck on the aisle.
Definitely not the middle. Aisle's not that bad because if you have to get up to use the bathroom, you don't have to wait for people to move. You can just,
That's true. I've so in 10 years, I have used the bathroom once on an airplane.
Okay, tell me why.
And that was flying out to Vegas for SEMA this year.
Tell me why though.
Because I don't want to get up and walk past everybody. I don't want to walk down the fucking aisle. I make sure I use the bathroom. Like, I got my mama or my dad in the back of my head yelling at me to go go use the bathroom before we hop in the car. So literally, like, they're boarding. I'm making sure I'm using the bathroom, and then I go hop on the boarding line, and I'm good.
I when I started traveling so much, I kind of figured it out. Like right at the beginning, it was going, don't eat or drink the day of the flight. Like, don't.
Yep.
Most of my flights are pretty early, so I don't eat in the morning. I don't eat breakfast. I don't drink anything. So I get on the plane. That way, I don't have to get up to go to the bathroom, because I've done it in the past, and I'm always that dumbass that gets out of the bathroom on the plane, and I come looking down. And I'm like, oh fuck, where did I sit? Because they all look the same coming back.
That's my thing too. I just don't want to look like an idiot, or there's like some turbulence while I'm in the bathroom, and now I'm just like splashing piss water, or if the toilet accidentally flushes and sucks me down out of it. I don't know what stupid movies I've seen.
Oh, that is the absolute truth. But yeah, I learned really fast. Hey, don't eat or drink the morning of, and you could literally just sit there. Like, you can eat and drink when you land. Fuck that
Yeah.
bullshit.
So
But
literally, out of 10 years of flying, I've used it once, and that was coming back from SEMA this year, and that's only because I was keeping up with SEMA, and I had like a Bloody Mary and a beer before I hopped on my flight.
there's nothing wrong with that.
You know, like you just said, that's the rule: don't eat or drink.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll be like, I got a little time. If I'm there early, I'll sit down at the bar. I'll have a beer just to, kind of relax, and it helps me sleep on the plane. But yeah, for the most part, nada. I just get on the plane and go.
See, if I'm gonna sleep on the plane, it's gonna be like a double tequila, because that's not gonna go, straight through my bladder.
Yeah, I need to start doing like liquor to get on the plane, because beer kind of rushes through you faster. But whatever. I don't get speaking of flights, what's your favorite airline?
Out of Charleston, I don't necessarily have a favorite, but out of Charleston, I mostly fly Delta or American, but it's usually mostly Delta.
Gotcha.
Especially because if I am stuck in the aisle seat, they have the headrests that fold out so I can keep my head in place. Because if not, I'm sleeping on the person next to me.
Yeah.
Or I'm falling into the aisle.
I'm a Southwest guy, and there's only certain planes that have the fold out on the headrest on Southwest. Most of them don't have any of it, so but that's all right.
The first time I flew Southwest, I was freaking out because I couldn't find my seat number. So like while I'm in line with everybody, I'm trying to like look at everybody else's phone and their tickets and boarding passes to see if they had seat numbers assigned, and literally did not figure it out until I got onto the plane. That it was just like first come, first serve, whatever the fuck it is. But I don't have there's a decent amount of Southwest, but there's not a whole lot of Southwest out of Charleston.
Gotcha.
Like if I fly up to Baltimore, where like the IDS Automotive headquarters is, the office is, I'll fly Southwest because I can get it direct.
Yeah. One, and Roger just said this, but one airline I'll never do is Spirit.
Well, nope. Spirit, or what's the what's the other one that just like started doing real cheap flights out of Frontier?
Frontier and Allegiant. Those are the other two.
Yeah.
Cheap. Frontier's not that bad, but Spirit is horrible. Their seats are like that fucking thin. Like, ugh. That's some sketchy shit.
And like I got to save up stupid money because if I fly out of the country, like I'm only going to be doing like Emirates style flights. There's no way that I can be like in 9 different rows with a bunch of people for like 16 hours.
Yeah.
So I won't be going out of the country for a while. My credit card's not that big.
I looked up Emirates flights just out of curiosity, like, what their flight was from like here to Dubai or whatever. And dude, it was like $8,000. $8 fucking grand. I'm like, that's too rich for me. I mean, I'd have to max out 2 credit cards just to get a one-way flight.
And I mean, how much? Well, I guess Dubai's not that expensive. Did you see they just put out like the $500 24 karat note?
What?
Yeah, they just put out their. I don't know how much it's in production, but they just put out their. It's a $500 bill, and it's 24 karat paper, basically.
Oh, that's
like Dubai's got way too much money.
That's way too much money for me. No, damn. Eric said, "Good thing I had 34 credit cards."
That's why I got to get with cash and figure out my credit and stuff.
Oh, hey, you know what? Just because we brought it up, I did. I'm not afraid to show this stuff. 'Cause I was pretty. I'm not gonna say like proud of it, but I was gonna show. I took a screenshot of my like credit. I sent it over to Cash, and I was like, "Dude, I'm trying, and I don't mind showing this, but here you go: 100% payment, 9% credit card use, 4 years, 39 total accounts. That's pretty fucking good. So I thought I was
I'm
doing
not-
pretty good. Cash was like, dude, you're killing it. And I said, I'm trying. I'm like, fuck the credit
I'm
card.
I'm not gonna show you on mine. It'll be like a mirror universe compared to that one. I was not a responsible youth.
I wasn't either. I wasn't either back then. But the thing is so when that shows length of credit, it says 4 years. Honestly, I've had stuff longer than 4 years, but they average it out. Like all of my new stuff is new, so they average it out from like my first, second, and third, and then everything I've had over the last couple of years is still fairly new. So they're averaging out, but it fucking works. Like what I do is it works, and I screw the system. And even Cash is like, Jason's the bomb at this.
As I said, you got to figure out how to screw them.
You just got to figure it out. But anyways, I just thought, we were talking about credit cards, and I was like, actually, who said it? Eric said I had 34. I was like, no, actually, I got 39. 39. But anyways, see, look at that, dude. We're at 43 minutes. See how I told you, dude, it goes fast. It goes fast. Okay, let's talk about something else. Outside of training and stuff like that, since that's what you're doing, what do you do for fun? You got any hobbies that you do when you're at home, family, anything like that?
I'm a busybody, and probably OCD with my hobbies. So, I'll hop from one thing to another and one thing to another. So some of the things that people have seen me doing is woodworking or carpentry.
No, really?
I've built a lot of stuff for like my house. Shoe boxes, different things for the wall. A 8-foot bookshelf, like horizontal bookshelf for my daughter's room. Me and my son built floating shelves in his room for his desk and all his shoes. My workshop actually caught fire a couple of years ago, so I had to gut the whole thing and redo the whole thing. And then I got into metal forging. So making like knives and different things. I haven't made a lot of stuff, but I've made knives out of like horseshoes, railroad spikes. I think out of everybody that I know, I think Shady Jay has a bottle opener and a knife that I made.
Wow.
I haven't done that in a while, but me and my daughter, so another hobby to add into it, we'll go take the 4-wheeler or the dirt bike and we'll go ride the train tracks, and we'll just pick up 40 pounds of railroad spikes. And then that's what I use to forge stuff with. Because once they're done with them, they just toss them to the side, so they're all down the train track.
Yeah.
So we'll go take the 4-wheeler. So I got a dirt bike. My daughter's got a 50. I got a 250, a 350, and then me and my son, who's 17, we got a 2008 Yamaha 350 Warrior that's currently being rebuilt by us. So doing the carburetors and rebuilding that stuff, I also enjoy.
So you keep yourself pretty busy then. So how many kids total?
2, boy and a girl, 17 and 12.
Okay, so just the 2. Married?
Yeah.
How long you been married?
Don't get this wrong. 14 years.
14. Okay, 14 years, 2 kids, woodworking. Man, dude, that's awesome. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know you did any of that stuff. So when you said I do some woodworking, I'm like, dude, build me a fucking coffee table. Like, let's go. Like, holy shit, build me something fucking cool.
And that's something I'm kind of excited for because of all the traveling. So I've done that stuff too, like routing out logos into wood and everything.
Yeah, let's go. I'll pay you. I got credit cards. You take credit. Dude, that's awesome. I never knew that about you. I just thought you just traveling around training people in a training facility, and that was it. I didn't know you did any of that other stuff, dude.
No, man. I even built my own vegetable garden pen to keep the deer and stuff out. So me and my kids will grow vegetables, fishing, boating, a lot of different stuff.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Cash said, I hope the wife's not watching. How
No,
long have you been married?
I got the answer right. And then what? Oh, they want a bookshelf? That's gonna be mad money. Got to pay for my time.
Yeah, Matt's like, I want a bookshelf. I'm like, fuck, just send me a coffee table with that logo in the center. Ah, dude, that'd be dope. And do
So
that.
that's one thing I want to get into slowly is like
The flame
doing,
look.
so the flame look you could do, but I also want to start doing like routed logos and the epoxy.
Epoxy? Fuck yeah. Dude, if you could do that, I would pay you. I'd pay you in a heartbeat.
I'm not promising anything soon, but I'll definitely play with it in practice.
I'm just saying. You can definitely use that as a guinea pig, and I'll pay you for your time. Just saying.
The first one might be like a little, for your Barbie house. It just might be this big for me to practice with.
Wait a minute. I don't have a Barbie house.
Just a little model table.
Hey, I tell you what, if you could do that logo on just a, sheet of wood and epoxy like that, with that flame look, and all, like, just, dude, I'd pay you for it. If you learn how to do the epoxy, that'd be dope.
I mean, the epoxy's not the hard part. I mean, the other cool thing is I can't tell you how many like teak mahogany epoxy tables I've put PPF on.
Oh, dude, PPF on tables and countertops and stuff like that, dude, it's starting to become a big thing.
Well, in Charleston with a lot of the chartered yachts, they always have like teak, mahogany, cherry, whatever, high-end tables, and it's epoxied. So we've started getting in and doing PPF on them because it's cheaper, one, in the long run, because if, they're doing charters. So if the customers are in there, they're using it all the time. If they scratch that epoxy, you have to remove that table, take it to a shop. They'll sand it down, re-skim it with epoxy versus just doing PPF. I come out to the boat, rip it off, put on a new piece.
Yep. Yeah. PPF on countertops becoming a thing. Big thing right now, especially with granite. Oh, man.
Granite, appliances, it's almost like I tell people to sometimes think of it like a heavy-duty graffiti film.
Absolutely. I see people put matte PPF on stainless steel, and it looks really fucking cool. And guess what? No more fingerprints,
no nothing.
On. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, if you're watching and you're thinking of other ways to keep your business going instead of just tinting because it's slowing down or whatever, start thinking outside the box. Seriously, PPF is
targeting Airbnbs, like any kind of those rentals, Turo, any kind of customers. I've done. So I got started in PPF with RVs. Like that's how I first got my start, was doing full front ends on RVs and then doing some of the interior stuff. And that was back in 2014, 2015.
I tell you, I've got a few dealers that they'll call me every so often and they're like, dude, it's slow, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, are you just focusing on tint? And they're like, I don't know what else to get into. I'm like, you got to start thinking outside the box. And I'm like, I've got a dealer that's doing countertops, granite countertops with our PPF, and he's like, dude, this is easy money and people are loving it. And I tell all these guys, I'm like, just because PPF is, we see it as for cars, doesn't mean it's limited to just cars, dude. Oh my God. Everything.
Well, also when you're slow is the time to like reinvest and learn. So, with training and stuff, you see all that kind of pick up in the slow months. With people that are wise on it, that's the time to learn, bring something else into the business. Everybody thinks when it's busy, not everybody, but a lot of people think when it's busy, they'll kind of get frantic to kind of gather up as much money as they can and then bring in a new product. Well, you don't have the time to master it.
Yep. Marion, she said Dynoc on the RV interiors. Absolutely. Yes.
Dynoc's pretty cool.
Yep. Dude, there's so much you can do. You just gotta open your mind a little bit, start thinking outside the box, and then you just gotta run to that market. And even if you have to do someone for free, find someone that's interested, do it for free, get the content out of it, gather all that, and start putting that content out on your business pages, Instagram, whatever, and then it starts getting it starts generating that feel for it for customers, and they're like, oh fuck, I never thought about that. I'm going to hit this guy up. So that one person you did that job for free just landed you a job, and then the snowball, it just starts going like this.
Well, look at whoever started doing like the real high end like mountain bikes or those street bikes and stuff. I mean, now, it's at least 2 or 3 times a week where I might see something online where people are looking for patterns for their $5,000 mountain bike.
Oh yeah, you get those even the fancy street bikes that are made all out of carbon fiber. They don't want them things getting scratched up. They spent $8,000 on that fucking bike, and they're like, nah, dude, a little PPF, a little bit of your time, and you can score. So, just gotta think outside the box, man. That's it. I try telling guys this all the time. Don't limit yourself, man. Do not limit yourself. Just because you don't have cars coming in does not mean there's not another way to get that revenue coming in and doing something different. So I'm glad you brought that up. Fuck yeah. See, guys, I wasn't fucking lying. He vouched for it. Okay, so let's say, look at that, 53 minutes. Let's do a little Q&A real quick for Dustin. See, dude, you're doing awesome, man. Everybody that comes on the show, they all do freaking fantastic, and I absolutely love it. So let's bring in the chats real quick.
Well, you make it pretty easy too, so don't discredit yourself.
I'm just here to bullshit. That's it. I'm just here to bullshit. Trip Turner also sent a comment. He's like, ceramic coating on countertops also. Dude, ceramic coating in the house. Yeah, people are getting tired of hard water stains, and you go into someone's house and you look in their fancy glass shower, right? And they got one of those stupid little fucking squeegees that when they turn the water off, they're doing this. Stop that. Go ceramic coat that bitch and go throw the squeegee away. Like, you guys got to start thinking.
Ceramic. I did like not ceramic coating, but a ceramic booster on the conference table in the training center, just to kind of help with fingerprints and stuff. And now I almost like, you have to be real careful to put anything on the table, because like even like one little breeze and it's going to slide off.
Telling you, this is it. You guys just got to think outside the box. Just because it's made for automotive doesn't mean it has to be for automotive. Get out there. Boom. 100%. Let's see here. Jordan, what's your highest achievement so far?
I'm pretty good at Fortnite. No. I think any parent's going to tell you their kids, both of my kids, like I got 12 and 17, so they're really starting to model and take shape and everything. So it's definitely going to be my kids. Being a parent is what awesome. I feel is my highest achievement. If you get specifics, I'm sure I can have others, but definitely being a dad.
Yeah, my son's 13 and he drives me nuts, and he's at that stage where he's trying to figure his own identity in a sense, like what he likes to wear, what he likes, like he's fighting that. So he's getting there.
That's my son. He's 17. Like, if you hear me talking about him, it's like, oh, this fucking dickhead, this fucking asshole. But it's all out of love. Like, I gave him shit the other day because he hit me up to learn vinyl. So I was like, wait, I've been trying to teach you for the last 5 years how to do tint or PPF. Every time I have a customer at the house or one of your buddies or anything, and now all of a sudden you want to learn vinyl. I was pretty irritated by it, but nonetheless, to say, Marion with EPD, she's flying down next Monday or Sunday, and we're doing a vinyl class at the Charleston training facility. So he's lucky, and I saved a spot for him, so he'll be there for it.
Hell yeah! Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Are you going to get some content on that? Are you going to post things and stuff like that? Because I'd like to see that.
Yeah, for sure. I got 16 boxes of vinyl that were shipped to me over the weekend. just for that class. So all 3M 2080, all kinds of different colors.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Anybody else? Like, let's go. Anybody else got questions or comments, or if you want to just say something, here's your chance to lay it in on Dustin. You can cuss him out for not being on the show 2 weeks ago. Explain.
So like Cash will be there. At least he showed some interest. My kids, no, he doesn't. Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess he showed some interest, but we have a love-hate relationship. He's still trying to figure things out.
Let's see here.
What the fuck trip? What? Tint'er Tuesday's in the way. Okay, fuck some vinyl up. All I saw was we gonna fuck some, and then I couldn't see the rest of that.
Oh, because the logo was there, yeah. I definitely I can definitely agree with this. With Roger, Dustin is a badass man, genuine and ready to help anyone. That I can absolutely agree 100% on that comment, because I mean, me and you don't talk like one-on-one all the time, and like, you know, all the time. We're not that connected, but we are connected. But I know just from seeing you at events and talking to you online and stuff like that, I know for a fact that if I asked help or advice, I know you would answer me. I know you would, because you're just that type of person.
100%. I mean, and that's my thing.
Thanks, Jason. You make me feel good. No, I'm just playing.
It makes me feel good to, you know, help out other people. I mean, that's part of my satisfaction with training and doing everything and traveling like I do is seeing the success of other people.
Yeah. Jordan, again, what's your favorite moment this year? That's a good one.
Jesus, I mean, that's a whole year I got to try and go through. So I got to pretend I'm on my deathbed just to rewind it.
There's got to be something that stands out, and you're just like, that's about it.
I mean, okay, first one, since it's the most recent, is going to SEMA. So that's my first time in SEMA. As long as I've been in the industry, I've always been the one that had to stay back and work. So going to SEMA was definitely a highlight for this year.
I didn't know it was your first time to SEMA, because I saw you at SEMA. I didn't know it was your first time. That's only been my second. In 26 years in this industry, that's my second time being there. So I get it.
Yeah, no, that was my first time. I mean, I could have paid for it plenty of times, but I was like, you know, I didn't really necessarily see the point of it. But I mean, I enjoyed myself. I mean, you know, being in the global booth, doing demos all day. I mean, I can't tell you how many people I've met while I was out there, and you know, there's 10-15% that you know, I ended up staying in touch with after SEMA that are still interested in different things. So it was a lot of fun. And I mean, Vegas was fun since it was also my first time out in Vegas.
That was the first time you were in Vegas too?
Yep.
Wow. All right. Enough said. T-Towns, what's the worst car to PPF? That's a good one.
I'm kind of getting tired of C8s, just because there's so many of them. But it's not the worst car to PPF. Full body G-Wagons are pretty gnarly. Dually F350s I absolutely hate. They're not a lot of fun. And
I can see the G-Wagon.
G-Wagons, if you're doing full bodies and some of the certain packages, especially if they have like the carbon fiber flare outs and everything, they can be a pretty decent challenge. Luckily, I have not had to do any kind of matte conversion on it or any kind of thing like that. So I don't know. I don't think I found the worst car yet.
Not the worst, but
the worst car to PPF would be the one that I'd almost call it quits and tell the customer to come and pick it up. But I haven't found it yet.
What has been your most memorable training experience? That's a good one.
Jesus.
So people are starting to come out now.
The first deaf guy that I ever trained, he was deaf, but he could read lips. So that it was interesting because it really kind of helped me dial in reasons on why I trained the way I did and why I told someone how to do something versus just showing them and not giving any explanation about it. So we had a notebook that would go back and forth. He could read lips, but I didn't know sign language. So we had a notebook that would go back and forth, and he would ask a lot of questions in detail. So I really started to dial in and kind of take back on why I did something a certain way and why it worked and why we were doing it that way. So it really kind of helped me build out better training, better explanations, better verbiage for everything that I do now.
Better speakable knowledge versus hands-on knowledge.
Exactly. Being able to break it down for them for a better understanding on why their hand is here, why their hand is here, or why they're squeegeeing that way, or why they're squeegeeing this way.
Yeah. No, I like that. Let's see here. What's your favorite 3M color?
I don't know. I mean, I do enough vinyl to be dangerous with it. This class that's coming up is with Mother Marion. So she's 37 plus years in the industry as far as vinyl goes. And then after that, I will be working on it more and more myself to be able to offer it in the Charleston Training Center. But out of the colors that I just got, Pine Metallic Green was really nice. Dead Matte Black was really nice. And then there was some type of satin blue something that was really cool.
There's a lot of cool colors out there. There really is.
There is.
We'll go back to Cash again. Hardest part on PPF and wrap?
Patience. Literally, it's patience. I mean, if you rush anything on it, that's where you're going to fuck it up.
Yeah, I think the hardest part about our industry period is patience. It's patience. Because if none of us had patience, all of our jobs would look like shit.
Exactly.
I mean, let's just be honest about it. Patience is a virtue.
And I mean, PPF and vinyl, I mean, they both have their learning curves, just like anything else. But I will say on PPF and tint, majority of the time, or not tint, sorry, vinyl, majority of the time, it's more forgiving than tint is. If I throw like a hard crease or I get something crazy in window tint, I can't necessarily always lift it back up like I can PPF and kind of fix it.
And vinyl, you can get that shit out pretty good too.
Exactly. So, who is your favorite colleague?
I'll get there. Don't worry.
That's a loaded question, Marianne. I'm gonna go unload 2 of these real quick. So I'm gonna mute that one and let you
go. Go do your thing. Hey man, it's live. You gotta go. Right? It's all right. Don't worry, guys. I'm getting the questions. I'm catching them. I'm catching them. Let him go do his thing real quick. He'll be right back. So far, guys, is the show good? Could be better. How is the show on your all's end? Hopefully everything's coming through pretty nice. I'm not showing any kind of mess ups over here. Looks like it's streaming pretty decent. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the show with Dustin. And I'm catching the questions. Don't worry, I'm marking them, saving them. And don't forget, guys, Roger Man on the 19th. So no show next week. I will be traveling next week, so no show next week. But the week after on the 19th, Roger Man right there in the hot seat. And it is going to be an outstanding show. So make sure to tune in 2 weeks on that. Let's go.
I'm back. I'm unloaded. I'm reloaded.
You're good.
To answer Marion's question, my favorite work colleague is she has this Pomeranian that's always in the office. Doesn't call me, doesn't sass me, doesn't email me, doesn't ask for outrageous thing. And that's my favorite work colleague is that Pomeranian.
There you go. Are you going to Tint'er Battles 2024?
I do plan on it. Yes, I was supposed to be there last year, but ended up having some family stuff at the last minute. Because I was actually working on being in the League of Trainers and that whole thing with Tint'er Battles last year. I don't know if that'll be the same thing this year or not, but yeah, I'll be there.
Cool. Let's see here. Everybody's favorite question: your favorite beer?
Oh, so okay. This might be a hobby that we missed. I've also made beer and liquor.
Are you currently still making beer?
I have some that I have made recently. I've made moonshine, whiskey, rum, and then a couple different beers. So the one that I just made was a blueberry honey ale that I kicked up to a 10%.
And I haven't received any of this beer because of...
I got to find dry ice.
Oh, bullshit. Crap. I don't give a fuck. Let's go.
Because it's already in the fridge. But,
damn.
Favorite beer. I mean, my everyday in the fridge is going to be a Miller Lite because I can drink it all day and still function.
I'm not a.
Now, I will say one that I have hopped on recently was PBR with a lime, and that's a shout out to Ross Brackett. And I'm sorry, Mike Watson, but it is almost better. It's pretty close to being better than a Corona.
PBR is pretty good with the lime. I will agree with that. It's cheap and it's actually pretty decent. So I'll agree.
And it was what does he call it? Ross calls that the Merle's Inlet Corona. So if you're too cheap for a Corona, PBR and a lime.
Oh my God.
Interesting Tint'er goes to Dustin for 100%. I don't know about most interesting. I should be drinking Dos Equis then.
Well, here's the thing. The most interesting Tint'er. No, I'm not saying most interesting because I think all of us, we all have something interesting about us because we all have a backstory. We all have experiences. So I'm not going to say one is more interesting than the other, but I will say I've learned a lot more about you that I didn't know, and the stuff that you do outside the industry, I would have never have known unless I asked. So
yeah,
that's fucking cool. That's fucking cool. I love it. This is why I do these shows. It's pretty cool. I would have never guessed that you were doing woodworking and or regardless a garden, because no offense, you don't look like a gardening type of person. You know what I mean?
It's the last name Gonzalez.
Yeah, but that last name to me, no offense, and I'm not trying to be that type, but when I hear that name, I feel like you should be noontime siesta after about 6 beers, set up against the building. Sombrero.
I mean, a lot of times, yeah.
I'm just saying. I wish I could do that. Honestly, I wish I could. I do it every day. Like, what? 6 beers in siesta time? Let's go. All right, we'll do 2 more questions real quick, and then we're gonna do some giveaways. What's your favorite window tinting tool?
Oh Jesus. Hold on. We'll do one for like right now. Whereas I just had my stuff. So here you go. Just this fusion handle, like just because it's colored and it feels all kind of sexy and stuff. Like luckily I was lucky enough to pick this up at SEMA for Fusion's new colored ones. So right now this is my favorite one. But if I had to like
one.
I mean, I can get by with almost anything, but if I had to pick a favorite, it's going to be my red dot. Like, I mean, when I first started, we were using, you remember it was either Bondo cards, the black turbo, or that white plastic one that just had the black rubber strip at the bottom.
Strip. Yes.
And then for a bulldozer, I was using a wooden clipboard.
Yeah, the clipboard. Absolutely.
So I mean, it's come a long way since then. I mean, now, you know, we even have this little fucker, and I've been using the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, those are nice. I got those too. I actually got one of the Misfit fusion handles that you just showed at the SEMA show. It was, I think it's the yellow one, and it got pink, like mishap in it, so it's like pink and yellow now. And I was like,
Well,
oh, I'll take that
that's
one.
a collector's item.
Yeah, they're like they only had like, I don't know how many. They only had like X amount, and they're like, there's none alike. Like whatever one you've got, you're the only one that's got that design. And I'm like, even better.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, Roger Mann was the one at SEMA that like went by there and was talking about the colored ones and stuff. So as soon as he showed me his, like I ran over to the Fusion booth to get one because, you know, apparently they're not going to be available for purchase until later this year.
Yeah, I think
or later next year.
I think I saw the one that Roger had, and I was like, "Oh, where's their booth?" And he's like, "Oh, they're over there." And I went straight over there and got one. So yeah, Roger, thanks for pointing me out to spend money at SEMA that I didn't want to spend, but that's all right. And yes, T-Towns, this is absolutely your pen that you sent me. So yes. All right, last question. Who's your favorite artist? Now, I don't know if he means music, painting wise. I don't know.
Britney Spears.
There you go.
Favorite artist? I don't think I have a favorite. It's hard to pinpoint one because like music and even art and everything really kind of depends on a mood. So like I don't have somebody that like I'll exclusively drop through their whole album, and there's so many new people out. So I don't think I could nail down like my favorite artist. Because I mean my music list is like just the collective, the whole thing is all over the place.
I'm a red dirt country kind of guy. I
just started getting into country, but I mean if you went through my like it would be like Lamb of God, like hardcore death metal screaming, all the way to like jazz and you know all kinds of crazy like old school 70s R&B and stuff. And now I've slowly started getting into country and I'm liking it. Like Paul Cothran is kind of one of the ones that kind of started slowly integrating me into it. So
you need to listen. You need to just type in red dirt country and try that out and see what you think. Just out of curiosity.
All right. I'll make a note on it.
All right, guys, let's we're at an hour and 14 minutes. See, look, dude, I try to keep it around there. All right, Q&A's over. Let's do some giveaways. So, Dustin, here's the part of the show where you actually have to do some work. Too bad, so sad. So, what we're going to do is, speaking of which, Roger, the dot you won, the knife that you won last week, I've got it here, and I was going to go to the post office today, but I was like, you know what? I'll just wait till after tonight's show and mail them both tomorrow at the same time. So I do have this going out for you, but we are going to give away. Oh shit! Where'd it go? Oh shit!
No.
Is it? I know, right? Wait a minute. There it is. All right. We are going to give away this red dot, courtesy of Ryan Reel. So this red dot is going out to someone tonight. Okay, just the one, and then we'll do the other three on the following weeks. So we're going to do the knife last. So don't be guessing shit yet. The knife is going to be last. So if you guys want to try out for the others, go for it. But the knife is last. So Dustin, this is what I want you to do. I want you to come up with something that you spoke about in the show. That's pretty easy, so we can kind of like get through it a little faster. But ask any question, see who was paying attention, watch the comments, and as soon as you see it, call it out. And they'll get a little something courtesy of the show.
All right. So you want me to go ahead and ask a question now?
Absolutely. Yep. Let's go. I'm ready.
All right. So what was the first company that I had doing window tint training?
Well, I know that one. What was the first company Dustin worked for training in the industry? What was the name of the company? So if you guys were watching right at the beginning, someone should
All right,
probably know this.
Eric Moore got it.
Eric Moore got it right. DigiCut. And Eric Moore, since you placed an order, because normally I send out those Christmas ornaments. I've been doing that this whole month. So just for shits and giggles, Eric, I'm going to send you one of the new Tint'er brand hoodies since you made an order today. Fair enough. I'll get with you on color and size since he already placed an order today. Okay. Dustin, do another question. We'll do 3.
3 questions. All right.
Sure. We'll do number 2.
Shit, I don't think I talked about that. When I first started doing PPF, what kind of vehicles did I learn PPF on, or how did I get my start into PPF?
There you go. How did he get his start into PPF? Who was watching and listening to that? As soon as you see it, call it out.
Trip Turner. Of course it's fucking Trip. Jesus Christ.
RV.
I mean, Roger was a little bit more, he was a little bit more detailed, but no, Trip Turner.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. No. RV. That was close enough.
There was a lot of people listening. All right, cool.
See, look, man, people listen. They do. They pay attention. Well, they pay attention because they know they got a chance to win something at the end of the show.
Right.
Dustin, let's do one more question, and then the fourth thing we'll do a number, and whoever gets the number right, they're going to get the knife. So one more question.
All right. So on my forearm, there's been a tattoo flashing. Who knows what it is?
Oh, dude, I didn't catch it. Holy shit! But I'm not looking at your forearm. I'm like, just because I'm wearing sunglasses doesn't mean I'm not looking at you in your eyes. So,
but hey, if they're listening, they should be watching too.
If someone caught it,
let's see.
Hey, if you already won something, don't be guessing. Stop it. Trip. Get out of here.
It's gonna be Roger, man.
Roger, get it?
Yep.
Is it a woman? Yeah, it's a woman. There you go. All right, Roger gets it. Roger, man.
Do it again, but slower. That just reminds me of, okay, so if anybody ever had a thing for Jamie Lee Curtis, Do It Again, but slower with Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies. Jesus Christ. That was a hot scene.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, so now we're going to do the knife. Now, listen, guys. Eric, Trip, and Roger, do not guess on this because you guys already won. Too bad, so sad. You can try on the next show for a knife. Too bad. So those 3, Eric, Moore, Trip Turner, and Roger Man, do not guess numbers on this, please. Let's give everybody else a chance on the knife. Okay, so what I'm going to do, Dustin, is you should be able to see this pop up. Did you see that pop up?
No.
Nothing? Okay. Shit.
I see you. I see me. I see the comments.
You didn't see a private message pop up?
Through what?
It should be on the screen. If you can't see it, that means it's just not coming up on your screen. Okay.
No.
Do you have access to Facebook Messenger without shutting the show off?
Yes.
Okay. So all right, we'll do it this way then. And I'm gonna let you pick the number. Hold on. Let's do. Oops. Can't even type.
And just so you know, whoever's already guessed the numbers, I'm going to completely avoid all of those.
Yeah, you damn right. It doesn't start till I say go. Everybody, freaking jumper sooner. Okay, you see that? Now, don't say it. Just type it back to me. Perfect. All right, guys. So I know it. You know it. If you see it first, call it out. All right, guys.
All right.
This is for the knife, courtesy of Ryan Reel. What did I do with the knife? Oh, here it is. This is the knife. Now, these are limited. You get this. No one else is going to have these. Okay. So here it is. Tint'er brand. This is a red dot with the TB on the snapper, you guys. Okay. This is from Ryan Reel. And here we go. Pick a number. Marion, did I say go yet? Look at everybody jumping the gun. No. All right. Pick a number between, and don't forget, see, I'm going to keep dragging this out. Eric, Trip, and Roger, do not be guessing on this. Don't do it. Marion, stop jumping the gun. Don't be saying, oops, you heard us talk. Don't give me that. All right. Pick a number between 20 and 40. It starts now. Go. Pick a number between 20 and 40. The knife, courtesy of Ryan Reel. These are one of a kind. You're not going to be able to purchase these. These are collector deals. Okay? This is it. These are collector items. 20 and 40.
Cash got it.
No. Damn it. Cash.
I think Cash built a program so he can just have comments loaded just to blow it one by one.
That sneaky little shit. Damn it.
No.
Cash
was quick on that one.
He did, dude. He was just like, da-da-da-da-da. The answer was 27, guys. Cash got it. I don't know. Maybe Cash will be nice enough to donate it because he got one on the last show. I don't know. Maybe you guys can bribe Cash to receive the knife because he's already got one. So I don't know if he needs two. Just saying.
Well, Trip, you'll know where he'll be next week. So
there you go. I'm just saying. All right. So Eric, I'm going to send him a hoodie. Eric, I'll get with you either after the show or tomorrow. Trip Turner, I already got your address. Roger, I think I've got your address also. And then Cash, another winner for the knife. But that's all right. We still have 3 more knives to give away. Not tonight. Next shows. And then Roger, I got yours coming out right there. So I'll get that in the mail tomorrow, along with, I guess, Cash's since we won again. Good night. I just want to win a hat. Marion, you want a Tint'er brand hat? If she wants a hat, I'll send her a hat.
She's building a hat collection. She wants to do a big raffle for TFAC.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, that's right. Cash has got that big old Tint'er's for a Cause knife holder. How many spots does he have left?
Hey, Marion, how would you like a Tint'er hat right here? And this is made by T-Towns. If I can get it in the camera right there. Marion, send me a message on Facebook and I will ship this out to you because I've got quite a few of these hats left over and I don't mind sending one to you. So, Marion, message me. I'll get that hat to you. Done deal. See? All you got to do is ask. All you guys got to do is ask. Anyways, cool. Dude, I told you were going to do fine. And look, hour and 26 minutes. We're a little over, but that's all right. Like I said, I try to just keep it around there. That's all right.
No, man, I enjoyed it. It's
fun, dude.
I enjoyed all the assholes in the comments, too.
There's always one, right? Like I said, this is why I do the show, because I'm learning more about people that I've known in the industry that I've never really sat down and like talked other than like window tint or whatever, you know, and learning more about you outside of the industry. I gain more knowledge and I know more about the people that I know, and I appreciate it. I can't thank you enough for taking the time to be on. But Dustin, here's your chance to leave a legacy for you on the show, for anybody to watch it. any advice, tips, tricks, anything that you would like to leave as a closing note for the show?
Biggest thing I thought about was if you think you know it all, you're going to fall. So never stop trying to learn. Never stop listening to somebody, even if they're a newbie. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to train new people and they've made a mistake versus what I said, and it actually ended up working out better than what I tried to show them. So even if I go and take somebody else's training course, I literally try to erase everything I know and do exactly what they're saying just to see what I can learn and pick up. So don't ever stop learning, basically.
Never. I couldn't have said that any better myself, because I do the same thing. Because when I go to shops and I see other people doing things and I'll see something new, I do the same thing. I'm like, okay, that's not how I would do it, but let's see what the outcome is. Let's see what that's about. And if it's something I can incorporate later on down the road, or if I see it doing better than what I know, knowledge is key. Never stop learning.
Exactly. 100%. And don't ever give up on it. I mean, it might take you 10 times to figure out how they did it. So,
yep, 100%. Dude, I know you're hotel traveling. I know you got to do some training and stuff tomorrow. Thank you so much for being on the show. I'm glad we were able to make it up. But
me too.
Get the fuck off my show, dude. I'm done. That's like my favorite part of the show is when I kick him the fuck off. Get out of my show. No, I'm just playing. Dustin, hey, again, I can't thank you enough, dude. What you're doing in our industry and what you provide for everybody in the industry is top notch. And I thank you for everything you do. Keep it up. Keep that smile. Keep helping out everybody. And you're doing awesome, man. I appreciate it very much. Let's see. Again, guys, next week there's no show. I'm traveling. God, my mind just went blank. Haas Evans. It's Toys for Little Troops on the 9th. Saturday, December 9th. Smithfield, North Carolina, 27 Noble Street. It is an awesome event. He does it all the time. Be there if you can. If you can't, and if you want to help donate, get a hold of Haas Evans. And I know he's taking toys through the mail or anything else that you guys want to do. Please help out. Be a part of it if you can. And if you're there, I will be there. And I got a couple of things up my sleeve for that day that no one knows about. But I'm going to, we'll see. But on that note, on the 19th, don't forget, guys, Roger fucking Man is going to be in the hot seat right here live on Tint'er Tuesday on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. And it's going to be good. It's going to be fucking fantastic. I'm really stoked about this on the 19th. It's going to be pretty it's going to be entertaining. All right, I'm going to turn the chats off. And on that note, guys, I'll see you live right here in 2 weeks. Roger Man live on the show, December 19th. Oh, I cannot wait. Live, Tint'er Tuesday. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. I couldn't get them out fast enough. That is it for tonight. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a great rest of this week and next week, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for being a part of the show. I'll catch you guys on the flip. See ya.